We all have that one door that just won't close right. Hey guys, Aaron here. So in today's video, we're going to go over 3 ways to fix a sagging or unbalanced door. We're going to strengthen the hinge. The second option is to just simply bend the hinge. And the third, of course, is pretty easy. We're just going to replace the hinge. Now stick around and we'll show you how to do all 3. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and get notified as soon as we put out a new video. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at my hinges and check for any loose screws. So I can see this one's loose, so I can go ahead and tighten this back down. Go ahead and check that one. Make sure these are tight. Check the ones on the door as well. Just make sure they're tight. But another common issue is that they just keep spinning here and they're actually stripped out. And you end up losing some of the grip here, and that a lot of times will cause the door to sag. Now, if the screw is stripped out, what you can do is just back it out. Now, a big reason for it getting stripped out here is just the size of the screw. It's a small screw, so any real torque on it will actually strip it out pretty easily. So if you want to put this back in, you can, and I can show you how to do that. But what I like to do is just to get a bigger screw, get a longer screw, and actually get it screwed back into the stud so it really grips versus just being in the door jamb here, where it can come loose pretty easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take probably a 1.5 to 2 inch wood screw, and you can use a drywall screw too if you want. I'm just going to screw this all the way in and get a good grip there. Now I know even if I get a loose, even if one of these gets stripped out, I know that's not going anywhere. Now the question is, did that fix my problem? Not really. It helped a little bit, but it did not fix the problem completely. So we're gonna have to try something else. Now the next thing we want to try is to bend the hinge. Now before we can bend the hinge, we need to remove this pin. Now if you have a nail set or even just a long nail, not necessarily a long nail, but we just put it down at the bottom. Just pop that up like that. Then just take your flathead screwdriver here. Keep popping that up until you can pull it all the way out. And now that'll release and you can see the door kind of pulls apart a little bit. Now we just want to take our wrench here and bend these. Anything with teeth on it will leave a mark here. So usually you just want to use a wrench like this or something that doesn't have teeth that you can bend this. Now, when we go to bend this, we only want to bend the knuckles that are attached to the hinge part that's attached to the door. So in this instance, there are 2 knuckles that are attached to the door side of the hinge. So I only want to bend this one and this one. And what I want to do, I'm going to put my crescent wrench on there. What I want to do is bend this backwards, bend this way, and bend this way. Okay, so it looks like I'm pulling the door away, but when I actually put this back in there, put the pin back, it will pull it back towards me. So as you can see, now I've bent these back this way. I do not want to bend the knuckles that are on the door frame side. Those I don't want to bend. Now we can just take our pin, start tapping it down. Now a lot of times when you have a big gap like that, just take a pry bar here, lift the door like that. Then you can just tap your pin down like that. Now we can open and close the door, and you'll see no longer catches anymore up here. Now, if that doesn't fix the problem, one thing you can do is simply replace the hinge. Now, replacing the hinge is pretty easy. First, we're just going to remove the old hinges. Now, I still have the other 2 hinges on, but I'm going to go ahead and remove that top hinge. You got all your screws. The door will move a little bit. Then we can take our new or replacement hinge here. Just screw that on. Now, if you're going to use a drill, I don't recommend a ton of torque because you could strip these screws out. So be light with it. Then we just pull our door over. You can use our existing hole. It should pull it back. Now, of course, if you run into one stripped out and just spins like that, a couple of options here. Like we talked before, you can of course get a longer screw and use that. Or simply take a couple toothpicks, put them in there like that. I like to snap them off. Take your screw. And there you go. And that'll tighten it right back up. Push those down in there. Snap them off. Take our screw. And there you go. And really, that's pretty much all there is to it.